We knew, child, that Dr. Heavenly ass wasn't gonna let all of this good ass Real Housewives of Atlanta drama pass by without her saying something. Tell me why she had to get on her talking about couldn't have been my husband. Girl, how many times do we have to tell you, don't nobody want Dr. Damon plus size, curvaceous, margarine stick, 1,000 bottom teeth having it. Girl, we don't want your chocolate boo thing. I mean, he's a nice guy, but it's giving Chivalo. It's giving Kelly husband. What's Kelly ex-husband name? It's giving short chocolate and stumpy. Girl, that's not everybody type. Anyway, friend. We also got a clip, a new clip that they dropped for the new episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta this week with Angela talking to Charles. I love Charles. I hope Charles not cheating, child, but they back and forth is so cute. Baby, Angela was like, you buckled up? He said, I don't even wear belts. I said, what? And it was quick, too. He deserve a peach at this point. Charles deserve a peach. Anyway, child, we're going to talk about that. And then at the end, we're going to talk about this Charles and Tasha. I mean, not Charles, but Funky and Tasha K drama. Did y'all see that drama online that's going on between them two? I posted a little something on my Instagram story, but we're going to talk about it real quick. Anyway, so welcome back, friend. Get you a little drinky drink. Sorry, this is a pre-recorded. I got somewhere to go real quick, but I'm going to try to do a live maybe tomorrow if it's some good tea that come out or whatever, so we can just really talk and get into some stuff. Anyway, so what do we talk about first? We're going to talk about Tasha K and Funky. Let's talk about Dr. Heavenly since we're here. Make sure y'all subscribe. I think I'm like 5 subscribers away from 15,000, and y'all know I'm trying to get to 20,000, so help your sister out. Oh, child, exactly. I need the hydration in my life. Exactly, it's good for your skin. Anyway, shout out to 7th Avenue, child, because ever since I started like every day using my foam cleanser and my moisturizer, my face is just getting, thank you. Thank you, Melody. Exactly. Anyway, so this is what Dr. Heavenly said, child. So I think she was with Allura because it sounded like Allura, her daughter, was in the background. But she gonna say, them fighting words if somebody talk about sleeping with your husband, which I agree. Those are fighting words. Like I said, I love Portia, but I would have drug her down. I would have skull drug her. That go naked her would have been in the pool. Anyway, but she said if someone say she go sleep with my man, it's gonna be on sight all the time. She said, especially if you pretty and you probably can. The fact that all of y'all keep talking like that lets me know that y'all think that Portia could sleep with y'all husband. Or I don't know. Even if I thought a girl could sleep with my man, I ain't gonna say it out loud. I might write a note and save it to myself. I'm gonna block those thoughts out of my head. I wouldn't say that shit out loud now. You don't want to speak that into existence. Anyway, she was like, every time I see her, it's gonna be on site. And then she gonna say, but praise God, I ain't trying to be messy today. Not you just said it'll be on site and then you talking about praise God. Girl, like I said, Dr. Heavenly is one of them Scorpios that we don't necessarily claim. She from the best of my side of Scorpios. I don't know. Anyway, but rest assured, Dr. Heavenly, none of us want Dr. Damon. I don't know. I don't know. Because some of y'all do like plus size short men. Wave your hands in the air if you would give Dr. Damon a chance if he was divorced. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, other Real Housewives news. Drew, I wonder if Portia gonna respond to Dr. Heavenly. Portia, don't respond because they out here dragging you in these streets. And some of these girlies was dragging me in my comments. The audacity of somebody to think that you can shade me in my comments is crazy. Y'all don't see the comment because I probably deleted them and blocked them. Like, you can say how you feel, but don't. That just shows what type of person you is. Girl, fuck. Let's stay in a good mood, Pooh. Exactly. Anyway, child, so Drew is doing a live Zoom session on May 22nd, I believe. And like Dennis reposted it too. And it's like R&B Empress of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I said, okay, that's cute. It's Drew, the R&B Empress of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Shamia, what are you called? The princess? No. She did drop a challenge though to Good Girls Gone Bad. Now, if you listen to her album, which is really, really good, I didn't drug Drew, but I love her album. On Good Girl Gone Bad, it's like an open verse. So she left an open verse, so she's doing a challenge. So let me know if y'all can sing or rap or something, or y'all want to do a duet so we can do that little challenge, because it sounds real cute and it seems like it'll bring more attraction to her song. So I'm here for it. Let's talk about Angela and Charles though. This was so funny. So on the Bravo Shade Room, they dropped a new clip of Angela talking to Charles, telling Charles basically what happened. Now, she was like, I tried to call you. And he said, yeah, I was in Tampa. What happened? I thought Angela said she was on the phone with him when she went down there. Or maybe she was on the phone and they just, you know how they always want to have the scene afterwards. But I'm wondering, why did she say, I tried to call you, when she told us that she did call him? But I don't know. Anyway, so she was telling him what happened, right? And she was like, yeah, they was getting on to me because I invited Drew. And he was like, why did you invite Drew? And she was like, I wanted her and Portia to make up. It's something you would have done. And he was like, nah, I wouldn't do no shit like that. And he was like, you shouldn't have invited her. And she said that's why she liked talking to him, because he played the devil's advocate. And I can see that, like, my older brother, Good D, he like is the devil's advocate in my life too. Anyway, child. So then she started talking about how Britt started taking up for Portia and stuff. He was like, why Britt take up for Portia? Why Portia ain't speak for herself? Don't she got a big mouth? Charles was throwing shade effortlessly at Angela, Portia. Anybody could get it. This was so cute and funny to me. This is why I like Charles, child. I'll play dominoes with him. Like, you want me to fry some fish? What you gonna Bud Light? I fuck with Charles. Anyway, child, so she was like, Britt was talking, you know, for Portia. She was like, why Portia ain't speak up for herself? Don't she got a big mouth? Charles, tell me you've been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta without telling me. Exactly. Because how you know Portia got a big mouth? They call her jawbone? Nah. I just play a P. Anyway, child. So then Angela was like, then I said, why you take that lady's husband? First of all, I'm a commend Angela, because I don't know about y'all, but when I be talking to my man and I know it's my turn to tell the messy shit that I did, I omit my part. I don't want you to know that I'm like So I commend her for at least admitting her messy part in the situation, because she probably knew what he was gonna say, child. She said, so I asked her, why you take that lady's husband? And he said, how you know she took that lady's husband? And she was like, everybody in the streets know she took that lady's husband. And he was like, that's the worst person to talk to, the streets. Clock, baby. Charles, fuck everybody else. We literally can have a show with Angela and Charles and then just let them have dinner parties. Baby, she said, everybody know, the streets know. He said, that's the worst person to talk to, the streets, bitch. Exactly. Anyway, he was like, you probably was wrong for asking, which Angela probably knew. She knew her husband was going to say that. She probably just wanted to get a giggle out of him trying, checking her on what she did. That was cute. Anyway, he was like, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's just like a man telling you that ain't got shit to do with you. You need to stay out them folks' business. Like, shut up and listen to the story. Like, I just want you here to take my side. Exactly. Anyway, so she was like, oh, okay, she was like, why you keep taking up for Portia and shit, you buckled up. He said, I don't even wear belts. She said, you need to. They act like best friends and good Judies. I love their relationship. I pray that this man not out in the streets cheating on her, because their chemistry is everything, child. The way she said, you buckled up, he said, I don't even wear belts. Bitch, I don't even wear belts. She said, you need to. This was so cute. Anyway, so then she started telling Charles, she was like, yeah, she was talking about messing with a girl in New York. We didn't hear that part. Did y'all hear that part where they said he was messing with a girl in New York? It's given, who was messing with a girl? Was it Todd messing with a girl in New York and had a different name like Marvin? Like, what's up with the girls in New York? Are y'all the real side bitches? I don't know. Anyway, she was like messing with a girl in New York, and he was like, Portia don't know nothing about me, you know what I'm saying? And she was like you so easy to fuck with. That little last part is kind of, I don't know, the way some of the ladies answered to somebody sleeping with their husband gives me that y'all wouldn't put it past y'all husband cheating on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if my answer would be like, you so easy to fuck with. Shouldn't it be like you can't fuck with my husband or something? I don't know. I like the fact that Angela is not, I wouldn't say she's not taking it seriously, but I feel like the average woman, y'all more angry with Portia than Angela is. The people in my comments and the people on Instagram, y'all ready to nail Portia to the motherfucking wall. And I like the fact that Angela is just kind of like, I ain't gonna say she laughing it off, because she might have been ready to knock Portia head off a swivel down at that damn pool. But I feel like her having this conversation with Charles and shit, it's just like, girl, like, don't play with me. Don't fucking play with me. Anyway, I love the sneak peek. I love the scene. I've been dragging Angela ass, but I like Charles more than I like Angela. But as a couple, I see why they've been wanting them for the last since season 3. That's what Carlos King said. They've been trying to get Charles and Angela Oakley since season 3. I see why. Because outside of the Greg and Nene leaks banter back and forth, bloop, bloop, we haven't had a couple that's really in sync like Charles and Angela seem to be in sync. Even with the back and forth shade, it's still good. It's still great chemistry, especially that buckle up. I don't even wear no belt. That shit tickled the fuck out of me. And he was so quick with it. Like, don't Portia got a big mouth? He was really reading the girls. So this made me a little excited now. I wonder, are they ever going to meet up as a whole group? Like, we haven't, if I'm not mistaken, the group hasn't met up, like the husbands and the wives, you know what I'm saying? I want them to go to dinner as a whole group. And I want the rumors to come out about Shamia talking that shit about her and about Portia talking that shit. And I want Charles to, read them. Is that bad? Is that bad? That I want Charles to read Portia and Shamia? I want him to read all the girls low key. Exactly. Usher in Chalisa. Exactly. I'm here for it. Anyway, so tell me if y'all saw the clip. Y'all know I reposted on my Instagram. With Angela with Charles, you are the MVP. I hope she get first chair. I changed my mind. Portia, keep your first chair, poo-poo, because one of them first chairs, I believe, is going to Angela right now. Especially now she got her husband clocked in. If Portia was smart, girl, come close, Portia. If you watching, girl, come close. What you need to do, if y'all didn't watch Portia's YouTube, Portia, you need to bring Dennis on the show. And even if Dennis reads you and check you and throw shade at you about Simon, Dennis is what you need, because you're more likable with Dennis. You fun, you bubbly, you crack jokes on him and his snowsuit and shit. The Angela and Charles dynamic, I would love to see Angela and Charles, Dennis and Portia, Drew knocking on the basement door, I don't fucking know. And then Shamia, even though her husband don't want to film, so I don't know how this gonna rock. And then Kelly really can hold her own with her little bubbly personality. And Chivalo. I wonder if we're going to see Chivalo on the show. I doubt it, since he's trying to sue NBC now. Girl, these punk ass husbands. Be more like Charles. Exactly. Anyway, so let's talk about the Tasha K and Funky shit real quick. First of all, did y'all see the video that Tasha K posted about Funky? Mind you, I feel like this is coming up because remember, like a month ago, they were getting into it because Tasha posted a picture and was talking about his dirty baseboards, and he was like, oh no, this some shellac, and I slap you down to the ground, and I whoop your husband ass. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of tea going on. And Tasha really didn't clap back to that. It was just on some whatever, like her and Michelle had said something, but it wasn't really a clap back. So I guess Tasha felt some type of way yesterday. I guess they caught her on the wrong day yesterday, child. Anyway, so she posted a full video talking about Funky Dineva after Funky said that on that little podcast, after Funky said that he wanted to get TGIF back together. And of course, I made a video on it and I talked about how I felt about TGIF coming back and whether it should be Funky, Al, and Tasha, or should it be Armand. My whole thing was I didn't want Al. Anyway, so I'm gonna play y'all just a little bit of audio of what Tasha had to say in the video. And then she made another post today that was crazy, child. It was a follow-up post. And I was just like, damn, Funky didn't even say shit. Like, what was his follow-up post about? Hold on a second, child.
I am very upset at Mr. Funky Dineva's funky attitude, okay? When I'm talking about self-sabotage, when I tell you he's along the lines of what Kaya used to do, because Kaya used to be a bad.
Now, don't bring Kaya into it. Don't bring my good Scorpio sister into this. Dade County hoe.
Apologize to Blue yet. Blue pretty. You're not. Blue is gorgeous. I ain't never thought Blue was ugly. I don't even know where people got that from. Like, I always thought Blue was a beautiful little baby.
Remember they was dragging Funky for talking about Blue Ivy?
Now she looks like Beyonce. What they say, clock that?
Right. Shout out to Blue Ivy. She killed it. She killed it from the clips I seen. Gone.
That I've never
Exactly.
shared amongst the public.
Listen to this shit.
I know he sit up there, he talks a good game. And he's always talking about how degreed he is and how this he is and how that he is. And when I tell you this is the most insecure, emotionally unstable man I have ever met in my life. And that's why.
Okay, and I'm going to stop it right there. She said he is the most insecure and emotionally unstable man she has ever met in her life. You know they all used to work together. They all was working together at some point. So I was like, oh my God, I'm assuming this is because he said that he was going to smack the dog shit out of her or whatever. So she goes on to say how it shouldn't be Funky, how he, fucks up his opportunity if he wouldn't have been spending money on drugs and drinks, allegedly. We don't know if Funky about that life anymore. I know that Funky has always been open about his past drug issues or whatever. And I actually like that about him because I like people that are transparent about their history because I feel like it'll show you how much a person can grow. If he's grown, I don't know. But in general, that's just how I feel. And I don't think people should be ashamed of their past because your past might help somebody. Back to her, though. She also said that she feels like it should be Armand, Al, and Claudia if they come back. It should be Armand, Al, and Claudia. Now, I don't know how Armand, Al, and Claudia are going to work. Because the way we left off is giving, and Armand is a Gemini. If y'all know any Geminis, y'all know that once that twin come out of that Gemini, and I firmly believe that the twin in Geminis is the evil twin, for sure. I know a lot of Geminis. So I firmly believe if they were to come back, Armand might slap the beige foundation clean up off of Al's face. So I don't know how that would work. And I told y'all, I don't want to see Al back on my screen because Al just gives me fake ass bitch vibes. And I would never warm up to him or want to hear him talk every day. That's not my ministry. Anyway, child, she said he let Carlos take his spot. If he would have been investing in his platform this whole time, then, he wouldn't have let Carlos come in. And I said this the other day, that's how it's given with Mr. Monday Nights and all of the interviews and stuff, is giving Carlos and moved away. Well, I'm not saying he moved away from the producer's realm, but we all know his shows are doing bad. They might be taken off the air. Detroit is tanked in the motherfucking trash. Love and Marriage Huntsville got so many lawsuits and shit. They might not even be filming. So I could see Carlos leaning into the YouTube thing because that all depends on him. He's in charge and I'm sure he's making tons of fucking money on YouTube. Tons of money. Anyway, so this is what she posted as a follow-up. And I was like, Funky didn't even respond. So I'm not sure where this follow-up post came from. But 5 hours ago, I reposted this on my Instagram page. So if y'all don't follow me on Instagram, y'all know I'll pin it or whatever. This what Tasha said. Let me clear some things up. Carlos King didn't steal anything from anyone. So if I said that, my correction. She didn't say he stole anything. She said he doesn't have to steal from someone who would rather get high and drunk daily. His show is what Funky Dineva should have been doing, but instead of Funky Dineva invested in his show, he invested his money with his dealer. Carlos provides good, clean, drug-free entertainment. Can't steal something that Funky gave away. Go, Carlos, go. TGIF is back on Mondays with Carlos King and Claudia. She forgot to mention Dustin. Exactly. But she said TGIF is back on Mondays with Carlos King and Claudia Jordan. Now Funky has a real reason to slap the fuck out of me. Instead of me calling out his dirty bathroom and dirty shiplap baseboards. I was like, what happened? What happened, friend? Why you have to say that? Why you say fuck me? I know Funky woke up like, why you say fuck me? She said fuck you because you said she was going to slap the fuck out of her. Apparently, she ain't forgot about that. And she was just waiting on you to say something else so she could drag your ass about this shit. I don't know, child. At the end of the day, though, let's not act like Funky don't have no huge platform. This man go live every day, get anywhere from like 30 to 60,000 views or some stuff. Y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me just a second. I hate when people call me and I still see the do not disturb thing. This man said I like, okay. Girl, I ain't gonna never get married again. I might not never get married again the way I get so irritated when somebody call my phone like, what is you calling my phone for? I will talk to you when I talk to your hoe ass. Anyway, speaking of talking to you when I talk to your hoe ass, do y'all think Funky gonna respond to Tasha? Because she made that video and then doubled down with this post, dragging him. And it's giving, everybody keeps commenting on the Carlos King and Funky shit. I know they still friends, but I know it gotta be kind of awkward. You know what I'm saying? Once you start thinking about it, like, he did go link up with my old co-host, and now he has a show every Monday that goes viral and people talk about it. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about the Funky and the Tasha K drama. It definitely gives it gives Ja Rule and 50. This is the YouTube Ja Rule and 50 Cent. It does. Because ever since I've been on YouTube, not even since I had a channel, but since I've been like deep in the YouTube streets, like, you know, listening and watching and shit, they always either cool or go back and forth. What is the tea, child? I don't know. So that's all I got, friend. Like I said, I might go live yesterday if we have some real good tea to talk about. It ain't been that much going on really lately. What else? I did want to tell y'all about Megan. Megan opening up a Popeyes, girl. And she got something called Hottie Sauce. She had a cute little commercial online. I think I might have reposted it. I'm not for sure, whatever. But I think it's in Houston. I'm going to Houston, too, in a few weeks. I'm coming to Houston. What is it? Either next week or the week after that. Exactly. So y'all got to tell me where the best spots for food, brunch, classy, ghetto, ratchet, lounge, nothing that stays open to 5. The men have to be dressed in loafers, a mix between all of the things. So all of my Houston girlies and my Houston hotties, drop down in the comments, tell me some good food spots I should try out. Tell me some nice little lounge spots, y'all know what I like. You know what I like, friend. Exactly. Anyway, so tell me what y'all think about what Dr. Heavenly had to say. Is Portia gonna clap back? Tell me if y'all saw that clip of Charles and Angela and what y'all thought about that, because that was fun day. That was fun day. And is Drew the R&B empress of the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Is it given she's taking over the crown of songstresses? I don't know, Shamia, that shade that you threw at Drew might come back to haunt you, poo-poo. I don't know. Anyway, friend, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Also, I'm gonna try to cook Friday. I was thinking about fish Friday or something like that, like some fish and spaghetti, since we were talking about fish and spaghetti. Anyway, but if y'all have any other ideas, please let me know. I'll talk to you later. Make sure you comment. I read all of my comments. Keep it cute, because the minute I feel like you trying to shade me, I'm blocking you. You don't even have to tune in, Pooh. Exactly. I like my friends cute, classy, and you can read me, but you better keep it cute. Exactly. Anyway, friend, I'll talk to you later. Bye.